Hi guys, welcome to the UI guy, and today we'll get started with 2.2, which is the code structure a bit. Even if you're an experienced developer, I am sure that you will get to learn something new in this one because there is a quick catch in this one, interesting one. We'll cover this one as well. So let's get started with the code structure one. So in the code structure one, essentially it is saying that how you should structure your code, how you should write your JavaScript code. That is all about it. So we know that from the last video, this is a perfect valid JavaScript code whatever we have highlighted, alert hello. But in JavaScript, if we are writing two hello world alert, like hello and world, one will be printed like hello and another one is world, which is clear, everything is clear. Here this is one line of code and another line of code. So, and you can see we have a semicolon after this one. So you might know that in JavaScript semicolons are optional. So you can choose to have a semicolon, you cannot. If you are wishing to not write it, that is also fine. So it is saying that if you are writing something like this using semicolon, you are saying that this is one sentence and this is another sentence. Usually we don't write it in a single line, we write it in multiple line like this. And also if you are omitting the semicolon, that is also fine. Okay, it will automatically, here JavaScript interprets the line break as implicit semicolon. This is called as automatic semicolon insertion. If you'll go inside it, it will take you to this website that we have seen in the first video of it, because we know that this website contains the definition of JavaScript, how JavaScript should be, how it is defined to work, right? So there we have a section of automatic semicolon insertion, and using that rule, even if you are not writing semicolon, JavaScript automatically inserts semicolon. It's not that JavaScript don't need semicolon. If you are missing, it can automatically insert. But wait for the font part. We have the font part coming in this section. We'll go to that one. But it is saying that if you are writing something like this, which essentially means that, okay, so I'll keep this here and I'll also write another thing like this. So here if you are writing like this, 3 plus 1 plus 2, what will happen is you must be guessing that it will output like 6, correct? Now the question is, if I will break it to multiple lines, will JavaScript insert semicolon here like this? But it is, if it is inserting like this, then it will not execute, but it executes and it prints 6, as you can see. Then why JavaScript inserted semicolon there but not here? Fine, that is the fun part, that is something we will discuss. The code still outputs 6 because JavaScript does not insert semicolon here. It intuitively obvious that the line ends with a plus. When the line is ending with a plus, then it is saying that it is incomplete, right? Incomplete, so it is not inserting a semicolon here. So JavaScript is smart enough to know that. But there are some situations where JavaScript is not smart enough to know that situation. We'll see. So let's say this. Let's see this piece of code. So in this piece of code, what you are interpreting, what it will print. So the first alert is hello, and then we have an array, and for each element of this array, we'll call that alert. So it is quite obvious that it will print hello and then 1 and 2. So let's say hello, then 1, then 2. But if I am missing a semicolon here, this is the fun part, this is the interesting part. So what do you think? Will JavaScript insert a semicolon here? The answer is no. Let's see the output first. Hello. And then it is saying that cannot read property of undefined reading to, which means that it is throwing an error and this statement broke. So if someone is saying you that you can omit a semicolon everywhere in JavaScript, they are wrong, because this is a place we saw that we need to have a semicolon, right? We cannot just leave it as is. So fine, because JavaScript does not assume a semicolon before square bracket, because this line is starting with a square bracket. In this kind of scenario, JavaScript doesn't assume to insert a semicolon. That's why in this place, if you have a code like this, you should insert a semicolon on the first line. I'm sorry for my bad throat. Okay, so now if you are writing this piece of code like that, it will be, JavaScript engine will see that as a single line. That's why it is not inserting a semicolon. So this will also print the same thing. I mean, it will give you error. First it will print hello, and then you don't know like what to do. Something went wrong for this for the engine, right? So it is saying that we recommend putting semicolons between statements even if they are separated by new lines. So the recommended way is you use semicolon. This rule is widely adopted by the community. So if there is you are going to a new line, it is a good practice to insert a semicolon. So if someone is saying you that should you insert a semicolon or not, now you know the answer. You should have you use a semicolon, right? Because if there are some situations like this happening, your code might break. We should write a code that should not break, right? Then coming to the comment section. So the comment section is pretty simple. If you can write a single line of comment in JavaScript with a double slash, and you can write a multiple line of comment that starts with a star slash star and then ends with a star slash. So that's how you can do it. And also you can use the hotkeys control backslash or command backslash, and also control shift slash for the multi-line command backslash, and for the single line command just control and slash. So this is for the single line command and this is for the multi-line command, right? Nested comments are not supported because this is the comment you are starting and ending. Inside this you are using another syntax for the command that is not supported, because the JavaScript engine will say, okay, I'm starting a comment and then again I'm starting a comment, but what is happening? So it will get confused, and this piece of code will throw you an error saying that I don't know this star. This is this star. I don't know what is this one, right? So it will get confused. So please don't hesitate to comment your code. So you should use comments in your code. You should write good comments in your code. So with this, we completed the which one? I believe it is the 2.2. So I hope in this 2.2 you learned something new about the semicolon thing. Should you insert a semicolon in JavaScript? The answer is in this video. Thank you for staying connected and watching this video.